Hi YouTube, it's Autumn here, Autumn Beckman, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Welcome or welcome back. Today I have a little bit different video than what I usually do, but it's something that I want to do quite a few videos on this topic, and that is gift giving. So when it comes to gift giving, I am very serious about it. I take it seriously. My boyfriend thinks I'm crazy because I go a little overboard. I put way more thought into it than I think a lot of people. I make lists. I really brainstorm and try to come up with the perfect gift. And he has accused me in the past of trying to, like, if we're going to an event where gifts are being opened in front of people, like a baby shower, wedding shower, or something, sometimes birthdays, he's accused me of trying to impress the people who are watching. That is not the case. The person I'm trying to impress is the person I'm giving the gift to. And I do want to impress them. I want to, if I'm going to bother giving somebody a gift and spending money on a gift, and especially going to an event, then I want them to enjoy the gift. And I enjoy the shopping process. I enjoy all the thought that I put behind these gifts. So I thought one of the first videos I would do is start with, since I have a luxury channel here and my audience enjoys luxury goods, is to start with a video about, and if you have not tuned into my channel before, that whistling that you hear in the background is my bird, Vincent. She is quiet during the day, but then as soon as I start talking in the videos, she starts talking because she knows it's talk time. So since I have a Lux channel and an audience who enjoys luxury goods, I thought I would start with this video on luxury goods under $15, $25, $50, and $100. So if you're new to my channel, I'm a teacher. I don't have a ton of money, so I am a big bargain shopper, but I also love luxury. So I find bargains in luxury. The items that I'll show you, I have several items from high-end stores that are luxury stores, but then I also have items that aren't necessarily like luxury brands, but I consider them luxury items, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with the lower cost items and then work my way up to the more expensive ones. And let's see, I'll just get started here. So I have everything laid out on my tables around me, and I'll just grab some things and start. So, and I'll probably have to get up at some point and to reach things and put things away. So one of the first things that I think of when gift giving, because I am a big wine drinker, we go to wineries all the time, is wine. So in gifts under the $15 range, you can find plenty of wines. If you don't know anything about wines, go to a wine shop where they do know. They can make recommendations. You can find fantastic wines under $15. This is an almond wine by Flat Creek Cellars here in Texas. They're up in the hill country. If you've never had almond wine, go try it. And so that is a great, I consider wine to be a luxury item. So that would be a great gift to give for $15 or less luxury. Another item that I love to give on certain occasions that I consider to be a luxury item, even though it's rather common, is flowers. Now I have these fake flowers here as an example. I didn't have a fresh bouquet with me, but flowers. So you can definitely get bouquets for $15 or less at the grocery store, whatever. You can take the grocery store wrapping off of them that looks really cheap, and you can wrap some tissue paper around it, make it look nicer. That's an easy way to make it look more luxury. Another thing I think of right away, so I've got wine, flowers, the next thing is chocolate. So you can get, for under $15, I think it's about $8.50, you can get a little box of Godiva, the 4-packs. And then I did Godiva for people all the time, but then I discovered Sugarfina, and now I buy this for people. And I get Godiva too sometimes, but I just love Sugarfina. I'm so in love with them. So at Sugarfina, if you don't know about them, they're a luxury candy company. I buy them from Nordstrom at the Houston Galleria, but if you don't have Sugarfina in your town, you can order from their website. They have a huge variety of candies, and I don't have a brand new box. These have been eaten, obviously. But they come in these little boxes, and they also have small little packs of about 6 or so candies. Those you can get for $2.50 or $3.50, somewhere around there. These boxes cost about $7.50 or $8.50 a piece, so you could get 1 or 2 of these under $15. And they just have the best flavors. Here's 2 of them that I love, Royal Roses and the Maple Bourbon Caramels. They're really, like, the flavor is really potent and fantastic and delicious. I highly recommend Sugarfina to anybody who's interested. So another thing that I consider a luxury item is candles. So that may be like a really common thing too, and I promise I'm going to have some other things that are not so common, but I'm starting with the kind of less interesting stuff. So I do not like to spend a lot of money on candles. I can't justify that because I don't have a bunch of money to just throw around. I feel like candles are a luxury because they go so quickly. Same thing with flowers. You know, they're dead in a week, right? So any money you spend on that, it's temporary, it's ephemeral. So same thing, flowers and candles here. And I guess the candies too, they don't last all that long, but at least you get to taste them and experience them a little differently. Anyway, so with candles, I can't spend a lot of money myself on candles. So what I do is go to TJ Maxx and I spend $7 and I get a candle that I think smells really nice. Vanilla is my favorite scent typically. And I get something, actually, usually I don't care that much about the container it's in, but lately I've been buying candles to have in the background here, so I do look for some that look nicer for the camera. This is nice because it has this lid on it. I've burned it a little bit. If I'm getting a gifted candle, though, I definitely want something that looks nice, and for me, this looks nice, so I would do that for a gift and consider that a luxury good. I have a lot of my items are housewares. I just went through the house and pulled a bunch of things that I have. So they tend to focus on housewares and foods and then some luxury pieces, Tiffany's and Louis Vuitton mostly. So I'll show you those and yeah. So let me get right into that. So speaking of housewares, I have a lot of cooking things. We really enjoy cooking here. And I love shopping at Williams-Sonoma and Sur La Table. So I looked for some items under $15 and I found this pot holder and this oven mitt. And they're, matching. And I think these each are sold individually and they're under $15 individually. So if you want a pair, it's going to be a little more expensive. But we went to Target when we moved to the new apartment and we were getting new pot holders and we got the Target black pot holders. Those things were terrible and your hand could still feel the heat. These Williams-Sonoma ones are very thick. I don't feel the heat when I'm pulling a tray out of the oven. They're just really thick and great quality, and I love that. So one of the things that I'm going to show you besides luxury brands, like the really high-end luxury brands, are some store brands from luxury stores, if that makes sense. So like Louis Vuitton has everything that's Louis Vuitton, right? And that's luxury, and same thing with Tiffany's. But then Williams-Sonoma has a ton of stuff. I like to get, especially as gifts, I like to get the store brand where it says Williams-Sonoma. And personally, I think that's kind of impressive. I think people like that if they know what the brand is, so that they know it came from a quality store. So that's an item that I would recommend if you are looking for pot holders or you're buying gifts for somebody who's into cooking, or maybe it's a bride and groom or it's a housewarming party. I think those would be great gifts for those occasions or those people. Going along with the wine, another thing you can get under $15 that I consider kind of a luxury gift because most people would enjoy this are these little mini bottles of liquor. So you can go to your local liquor store and find these, and they're a few dollars each, and that's a fun little gift or stocking stuffers that unless you don't drink. Everybody loves those, right? The next item is another store brand, and this is a little tip that I have for you, a little trick for finding luxury pieces that are very cheap. Go to the outlet stores. So I can't afford to shop at Saks. I go in there and walk around and look at things, and I eat at their restaurant or sit and have a drink at their restaurant. But I can't afford to really shop at Saks. So I go to the Saks off Fifth that we have, and if you don't have one near you, they have websites. And I picked up this cute little cosmetic. You can tell that there's stuff inside, so you can kind of see through there. And there was something inside too that I wanted to show you as an item to get. So you can get little cosmetics and things, little pieces that, hi Vincent, little pieces that have the store brand on them, and that's a nice little gift that's under $15. I think that was around 5 or 10. The item that I had inside there are some travel sizes of some nice shampoos and conditioners. So if you know that your person that you're giving the gift for likes beauty items, maybe you could get travel size beauty pieces or samples or something. That would be small items if you're looking for something really cheap. Maybe you're doing a Secret Santa gift and you have a limit of $5 for a gift or something. Speaking of $5, did you know that you can get something for $5 at Tiffany & Company? I discovered this just a few months ago. It is a silver polishing cloth. So I'll mention later on, if you were to get a Tiffany item for somebody that's under $100 or maybe under $50, you could add this little baby in. So here is the package. Here's the back of it if you want to pause that and read it. You open it up and it is this Tiffany blue silver polishing cloth, and that is folded in half so you can open it up like that. So that's just a nice little gift, and you can get silver polishing cloths at lots of different places, but for $5, why not get a Tiffany one, right? Just a nice little touch of luxury. I have two more things to show you in the $15 range. Now, this is an example, but it's not the luxury example. If you go to Etsy, you can find paper clips and other, ooh, I pressed something. Something came up on my screen. You can find paper clips and other little items that people have made that are luxury themed. So, like, these are dachshunds, but you can find Louis Vuitton and Chanel and little paper clips that people have made, or bag charms or other things. All right, Etsy I love. You can find all kinds of awesome things there. This piece is a Waterford crystal ring holder, and I found this. We used to have at our outlet center a Waterford outlet, and I'm so sad that they closed that store a couple years ago now it's been, because my sister and I used to go in there all the time, and we have lots of Waterford because of that store. I actually got this for about $15, which is why I have it in the 15 and under category. Another reason I have it in the 15 or under category, even though it's, you know, it would be much more than that if you bought it brand new from the Waterford site or Waterford store or something. You can go on eBay and find Waterford pieces for way cheaper than you would get them otherwise. And I have done that. I have some pieces from eBay, and I've bought pieces from gifts or as gifts. So that's why I have, you know, this in the 15 or under category. You can find great deals on pre-loved items or outlet pieces. So there you go. All right, I am noticing that I am now almost at 15 minutes. So instead of doing one really long video that's going to be like an hour long, I think what I'll do is break this up into 4 videos. So this will be the luxury items under $15, and then I'll do the 25, the 50, and the 100. So if you're interested in watching more of those, look out for them on my channel, and I'll put the 4 of them into a playlist so they'll play back to back. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like if you did, and if you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button so you get notifications about when I post new videos, and you can hear more of Vincent. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.